I think, okay. Pulling up Michael Bruno, who I know from another panel. This may not be what he's used to, but welcome, Michael.
Sarge, nice to see you, Finkel.
How you doing? You're kind of coming in loud.
Coming in loud? Okay, good. I want to make sure my speaker was good. Can you hear me good?
I can
Now
hear you
you're
loud,
quiet.
loud and unclear.
Am I too loud, Finkel?
You're perfect now. You're
Hold
perfect
on.
now.
I'm all right. Am I okay now?
Well,
You're
you were
fine.
perfect before. So
Okay, I'm okay. So I was listening for a minute. I was popping by. I know Untrackable for a million years. I know Finkel. I don't remember what branches of service you did, but I know you both served our country. The other two gentlemen served our country as well.
yep, the only branch. Yep, that's me.
Are you all? Can you tell me what branches you are? Because I'm not sure. I didn't hear.
The only branch.
The one that
Michael,
eats crayons.
Are you all
Crayon
Marines?
branch.
The only branch
Are
is
you all
the Marine
Marines?
Corps.
Damn right, the only branch.
Okay, beautiful. Hey, can I tell you? I'll tell you. Well, I don't make it a boring story, but I tried to join the Marines when I was a kid.
I get that a lot.
Mine, he was I forget where he was, man. In the '80s, but he had all tattoos. I thought he was a tough guy. I was like, man, fucking Marines. I was like 17, 16. I was like, man, I want to get the fuck out of my house. I thought the Marines were the toughest thing on the planet, and I do believe that to this day. And
It's still true.
And I wanted to join the Marines, but they wouldn't take me because I didn't have a high school diploma. So they're like, go get and you couldn't just get a GED. You had to get college credits at this time. This is like 1986, 87, something like that.
Not enough war going on.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I was just trying to get the fuck out of the house. I was a kid, but my question is just, and I'll get you gentlemen get back to the conversation. And thank you for having me up, Finkel. I appreciate it. My question is this: who do you feel between Trump or Biden has done more for the veterans in the VA hospitals, mainly?
Well, I think that Biden has fucked over veterans more than Trump, and Trump put on a better face and probably realistic reality for veterans. But I would argue that no president has given a shit about veterans via the fact that they send us, military, to pointless wars over oil and poppy and gold with really nothing to do with America other than enriching the elite. So that's how I would phrase it, but I get your sentiment.
I second that.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one too.
All right, we got three.
Finkel, you second? You third that?
Do you fourth it?
I would agree that all politicians have fallen short, but between the two you mentioned, I think Trump is well on record for despising people of military service.
I'm not aware of that, Finkel. I'm not. I thought he really. And look. I mean, don't throw me off the panel and don't block me or nothing.
No,
all right.
I'm not going to.
Bruno. Can I reply to that?
But I was in the middle.
But you're saying you have no idea of Trump doing anything like that. So let me enlighten you a little bit, because Trump, Bruno, I am talking.
Explain my opinion, but not Finkel. Muckster, you go.
You said your opinion, and I'm telling you why.
Okay.
You are uninformed, because first of all, the first thing Trump did officially when he was running was totally insulted my uncle, who spent the entire World War II in a Japanese prison of war camp. And these guys here who say they're Marines will know what it means to have been on Wake Island. Shut up, Bruno. I am talking. Bruno, I am explaining it, Bruno. Trump said about McCain that time, I respect veterans who were not captured, or however the exact words, but he said. And then he said he was not going to go to that World War II cemetery because there was a slight rain, and those guys were all losers. They were killed in battle, so that made them losers. He also said other members of my family were suckers for putting the uniform on in the first place. Bruno, we can't hear you. I muted you because I am telling you why people like me say Trump doesn't like veterans. Okay, Bruno, go for it.
But Muckster, do you understand that sometimes I feel like a sucker because they offered me money to serve? They offered me money to serve my country.
There's a difference between you feeling it and the President of the United States saying it.
If you don't want to listen, then that's fine.
I don't want to listen to bullshit. There's a difference between you saying it and the President of the United States saying it. We're talking about a president saying that about men in uniform.
Serve their country.
I didn't get that. You cut out on part.
I served, quote unquote, my country because they offered me something that the economy out there didn't offer me. They created a situation where it was, hey, they're going to throw money at me to be a soldier. You know what I'm saying? So,
you said you feel like a sucker, and I think that's great. You can feel however you want. But I'm saying there's a big difference between you feeling like a sucker and the President of the United States calling you a sucker because you put on a uniform. You don't agree with that?
If I did the sucker shit that they provided, am I not a sucker?
I don't think you are. I respect you for putting on the uniform. It's just like I said a minute ago over there, and Finkel can tell you how many times I have sat here in this chat and said, as far as I'm concerned, anybody who put the uniform on deserves to be called a veteran, deserves to be respected. I don't care what they did in that uniform, whether they carried a gun or they carried a notebook or whatever the hell they did.
What about GS?
You're all veterans. I can now wait. He asked me a question.
Call themselves suckers.
Bo asked me an important question. What about GS? He said.
Once they get beyond
I will tell you this.
People like, hey,
I will tell you this, Bo.
Yes.
I respect GS's service. Okay. I do not respect him as a human being because I believe he's a fake Christian. Even though I am an atheist, I hate hypocrisy. And I think he's a misogynist, and I do not like the way he talks about fellow veterans. So yes, I respect his service. And I liked when MSG looked at the thing and said, yeah, this 214 looks legitimate. There's clerical errors on there. But yes.
Okay. Can we talk about his misogyny? Also, Old Sarge, I got another super chat here. I don't know if you could pull it up.
You're kidding me.
But thank you, Jody D. I appreciate the super chat. And she says, I don't know if it can be pulled up, but she says, I would like to say my 2 faces are better than Todd's 5. I am winning. Do you have anything to say to that, GS?
You're welcome. You're welcome, man. I'm your number one supporter, apparently. Secondarily and tertiarily, with other people's hate for me, they are donating to you.
What if it's just
and by the way,
recognition?
Thank you, Muckster, for at least respecting my service. I appreciate that.
Well, he said he doesn't respect you as a human.
Yes,
but
I understand that.
But you still are going to thank him?
Well, I mean, it's not nothing. It's a step in the right direction, I think.
And I don't mean that against Muckster. I'm just curious. But anyways, I wanted to talk about GS misogyny.
Yeah.
Oh, he's gone. I don't think the GS is a misogynist. I mean, I haven't seen him hate women, or I think he hates people equally.
Equal opportunity.
Right, equal opportunity hater.
Equal rights for equal lefts.
And I don't think the GS actually is hateful. So I think you get mad. Michael, you still on mute. I don't know if he knows that. He's talking
you're
a
on
lot.
mute, Michael. I see. You look like you're talking to us, but you're on
I
mute.
think he's doing sign language. I'm not sure. So
can I say this? Like,
You gotta stop that, man. People are getting motion sickness.
I guess. Yeah.
We're all getting motion sickness. Stop that, Finkel.
It's the motion in the ocean.
Let me see if
I just want to say
the world
this.
is a spinning.
My aunts and uncles that were Vietnam veterans, and my mother is a Vietnam veteran. Something that was said to me by my elders was, I'm not a racist. Okay, that was something that was said to me. Hey, I'm not a racist. I hate everybody equally. Because you understand what it's like to work with somebody. And your race doesn't matter. Your gender doesn't matter. It's, are you doing what you're supposed to be doing when you're doing the same job that I'm doing? And if you're going to stand next to me, I really don't care about your specifics. Are you going to do the job or are you not going to do the job?
We all green on the inside, right?
That resonated with me. So it meant a lot to me, and it means a lot to me today. I try to treat the people that are next to me. I don't care what you look like. I don't care how you live your life.
We got another super chat. Todd is a slave to his emotions. How do you feel about that, GS?
I don't know. I'm not 100% convinced. Maybe she can super chat and explain what she meant by that.
Thank you, Jody. Well, we're gonna dig into it a little bit. Do you think that you run your emotions or your emotions run you?
I think there's some work to be done there.
Okay. How does one do work? Because I think probably everyone in the audience could utilize this. How do you think one could work on their emotions?
Well, in order to
Untrackable, you served 4 years, right, sir? Untrackable.
What the fuck, Bruno?
Bruno, I served 6 years, 2 contracts.
All right, so GS. Back to how can one control or get better? Oh, we got another super chat here. I don't know if you can pull that up. Don Juan with the 199. Thank you, Don Juan. We'll refer to you as Todd Lur from now on. Bet.
That's a good thing I got broad shoulders.
How do I keep getting muted? How do I keep getting muted?
It must be bad
because you interrupted people in the middle of a fucking sentence, Bruno. They were talking about something you asked track of about his service.
Come on, God. Finkel, help me out.
Oh, jeez. Muckster is like going absolutely Machiavellian today.
I don't know Muckster, but I like him. I like the way he's
growing on me.
In the you're growing on us, Muckster.
I am fine with letting the intelligent people keep talking here, even though I detest one of them. But
okay.
I don't need people interrupting for no good reason.
All right, fair enough.
I think there's 2 people that are overstepping their bounds on a lot of.
Don't even mention me, Track, because you're in my fucking house. You want to go join Bruno? Who are the 2 people,
shit.
Track? Who are the 2 people?
Now we got GS crying. Good God.
You and he can play all day, but you know exactly who the 2 people.
Those are tears of.
You guys continue. Thank you.
Tears of rage. Thank you, Muckster.
I think we're actually getting to a good conversation.
Yeah, we might be becoming friends right now, Muckster.
Oh my God, man, you made me choke over here, dude.
No, that was the dick, GS. But anyways, back to.
How does one? It kind of felt like a hair in the back of my throat. So okay, man, sorry.
No, I could tell you spasmed a bit. So speaking of you, in your emotions, how does one rein in or control or get better? I think you were referring to with their emotional sways. I mean, how do you want to put it?
What was your rank in the Marines? Were you a gunny
What the
sergeant?
fuck kind of tangent side note bullshit is this?
I'm doing a check on learning.
Corporal.
Okay, so you're corporal. So that
yeah, now you're gonna call me Corporal Oracle.
Well, are you retired with that rank?
I'm not retarded.
Okay.
Oh, retired.
You don't get
no, I did not retire.
So that's
I am a little retarded.
On the enlisted pay scale, what is the corporal? E4, E5?
E4. Yep.
It's like
NCO, E4.
It's like a lowest NCO on the.
Yeah, but look, I was in the infantry, you son of a bitch. And it's very difficult to promote. I mean,
I'm
probably half.
I'm not measuring. I'm just doing.
No. We're gonna measure now. Pull your cock out. So
right.
it was very difficult for a infantry within 4 years to make it to sergeant. I think one of my brothers did. But other than that, quite a few were still Lance E3. I mean, probably half.
So there's a purpose to every question that I ask, and it's all in good faith, I promise. So I'm just trying to understand. So you're about me. You're like middle management. So I'm guessing you had some kind of like PLDC, WLC version of what we have in the Army, which is like primary leadership development course that you probably went to it in order to get, or were you kind of on your way out and you were like, yeah, I'm not going to worry about that, or?
You know, with all those acronyms you just gave, no, we fuck shit up, motherfucker. That's what we did.
So you didn't
I don't know
have
what you were doing with your little forms and look, I don't know about that.
What do you mean?
Help me out, Sergeant Finkel.
In the Army, you have different levels of leadership classes. We just said PLDC is the one you need to go from E4 to E5. Then there's BNOC, E5 to E6. And then there's
ANOC.
Yep. ANOC, thank you.
Yep, no problem.
I don't know if the Navy had a class you took. It was 2 4-hour blocks of instruction for E4 to E5. So I don't know what the Marine Corps has.
So no. I see what we're getting lost in the weeds. No, we're not. We didn't have that pussy shit, to be exact. So I'm not really sure what you're referring to. Okay, so what I'm trying to assess is if you have the wherewithal to understand that in the military that the only way to really solve a problem, the first step is to do what? Reload. All right, help him out, Finkel. He's eating crayons.
I'm sorry. My mind was spinning. What was the question?
So in order to solve a problem, the initial step is to do what, Sergeant Finkel?
Identify the problem.
Bingo. So first the thing is to identify. So we've identified that there might be about a 50-50, maybe a 40-60% chance that my emotions run me. So we identify that there might be something to work on, right?
I'd say 70-30.
Well, I mean, opinions are like
72.
Everyone likes them, but sometimes they smell.
Yeah, I know, but luckily I'm here and mine is fucking right. So go on, GS.
So long story short, I think we identify that there is a problem, and it's been identified by a lot of people in my peer group that there might be something there, right? So Roger, received that. Now we develop a plan of action. Now is the problem requiring fixing? If so, then how? Like, all right, so is there any remedial work that needs to be done? Is there any extra training, remedial training that needs to happen? Is there any resilience training that needs to happen in this regards?
I don't know. There's a lot of mansplaining, though.
Or maybe there's just a bunch of people with way too much time on their hands and putting their business in other people's business.
It could be that. No. That's a fair point. Or it could be too much time.
I got a little caddy there.
Get out.
I got
and as you would say, right, do some shit, right? You touch grass or whatever the fuck you say. All your hippie shit. My point is, what can one do to get better accountability, better traction, grasp over their emotions? I'm asking you.
I think if I already knew that, I'd have it figured out, wouldn't I?
Okay. So let's talk about it. Let's taco about it.
I'm sorry. Did I go too deep? Good. You all right? I'll pull it out a little bit. GS. Come on, Finkel.
With that said, yes, your mouth did go a little bit deep over my dick. So
how would that make you?
I think that what one could do. I was disgusted by your deep throating. I think that what one could do in order to get a hold of their emotions a little bit better is to be the first step, as you put it, actually, is to be honest. Shut the fuck. Is to be honest with yourself. That's the first. I didn't fucking finish, GS. Is to be extremely brutally honest with yourself. That is the first step, right? To recognize when you are being emotionally swayed by others. For example, there's nobody on here I'm showing my DD-214 to. Not because I'm afraid of it or I want to prove something or not. I just don't give a fuck. I don't care. If somebody's like, oh, you're not a Marine. There was a discrepancy. I don't care. But you did. You do. So that's kind of what I'm getting at. is the most important person in your life, in your entire life, to care about your service should be you, nobody else.
My mommy loves me.
Yeah, well, luckily there's one person. But what I'm saying is there could be multiple, but first you need to be honest with yourself.
Yeah, I'm a badass. And at the end of the day, it was principle to not show my DD-214, and then it became pride, in which case God told me remove the pride, show your DD-214, get it in your rearview mirror, and move on.
Well, when you say God, what I mean, look, I can't make a claim that God did or didn't tell you. Obviously, you would know. But do you mean like God gave you a message in your, like in your alphabet soup? Or do you mean like
he talked to me in my head movies?
Well, I mean, I'm being real here, though. Like, how would God enlighten somebody that they should or should not do something? And I really mean this. It's a real question.
Because I got a good brain.
Well, we all know that's a lie by now.
It's Tropic Thunder, man. Great movie. You got to watch it.
Yeah. So with that, how would God inform you or anyone else? Like, I mean, is it just something you said to you and it felt good, so it came from God, or was there some kind of divine intervention?
It's conviction. Okay. It's kind of like when you're a little kid and you're 5 years old and you got your hand in the cookie jar, even though mom and dad told you better not eat those dang cookies, and it's kind of like 10 o'clock at night, you're supposed to be in bed, and you're kind of
you're gonna eat them.
Every little crack you're like looking over because you kind of know, like, oh, I'm convicted. I'm gonna get caught with the
cookie in my mouth. But you know what I'm saying? It's that kind of thing. Like,
and clearly you're still doing it, Todd.
What are you talking about?
No, I'm joking.
What's going on?
No.
Oh, you mean eating cookies?
Yeah.
Yes. The reason why I turned off the camera before, by the way, is because I was taking a sip of Dr. Pepper and I didn't want to hear your lecture.
Yeah.
About all the chemicals in sugar.
Yeah. How many calories?
Now I'm gonna own it.
How many sugars in there?
I don't know. Let me get to the bottom of that Scooby-Doo mystery.
Well, here's what I'm getting at, GS, is that even the food that you eat to some degree has an impact on, I know it is poison. Look, I do poison. We all do poison. Everyone here does poison. Old Sarge Finkel, Untrackable, GS certainly, and I do. He's smoking a cigarette. He's like, nah, I don't do no poison.
I am the epitome of
No, they both smoking. But I'm just saying, GS, even the chemicals that we put within our body can add to our emotional turmoil. It is true.
God, look at that handsome guy right below you. Look at that.
Is that you?
That's me. That was 1 month in Afghanistan.
That doesn't look like you.
That was 100% me, bro.
Damn, you should paste. You should paste that face over your real one.
I know, right? Oh, uh-oh.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
It's getting real.
Can I just interrupt with this since we're talking about
Muckster? I don't know where I'm taking it. My bad.
No, I just while we're talking about that picture, I just want to say, GS, I have pled and pled. I'm begging you, please shave. You're making bearded fat man look bad.
The hell you say? I make this look good.
All right, put on your beard, GS.
Put down my beard?
No, put on your beard.
No, man, you're gonna.
No. He just said it. We want to see it now.
No, okay. Ready?
And let's see what Untrackable think.
Look at that sexy guy. It just gets better with age.
It's a gnarly beard. I don't know if it's the S word, but I wouldn't know that.
It's gonna get another 3 or 4 inches, then I'm gonna put my Viking beads in it, and then all the girls are gonna just like Niagara Falls.
I thought you were married.
Then I'm gonna carry your marine ass.
Wait. Is this why they calling you misogynist?
Yeah. No, I mean I pop cherries without touching women. You know, it's just what happens, man.
What the fuck, GS? Is that what God would want you to do? Is pop cherries?
It's my heathen Viking genetics, man. I have to fight it every day.
It's not
Untrackable
reality.
Gets it. Look at him. He's got some Celtic in him. Look at him. He knows.
Don't put this on Untrackable.
Come on, Untrackable. Help me out, man. I'm throwing a lifeline out there.
I was going to ask you a question when you started talking about beards. I think I saw a video of General Specific walking around, and I noticed that at the bottom of his beard, it's white. And I kind of joke because it's darker higher up.
All the cum? Yeah, I remember.
Did he dip that in Miracle Whip or mayonnaise?
Yeah, not mayo.
It was jizz, to be clear.
As I was thinking about this, I'm looking at my own picture. There I am right there. Another handsome motherfucker. And I realized, I got the same thing going on here. It's whiter down here.
Creeps up on you fast. If I didn't have my head shaved on the sides, man, it'd be all white on the sides.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But I mean, I just like it tight around the ears. I keep trying to let it grow. It just drives me crazy. I don't know what it is. I've been cutting my own hair for the last 7 years.
I'm also looking at Untrackable, and I've seen Benghazi Rabbit. They got nice, dark, full beards.
Yeah. No, they're younger.
No, this is something that I mentioned before.
Yeah.
it's like if we can't make fun of each other, then what the fuck are we doing?
Yeah,
now,
exactly.
if you want to call somebody out, you best do it correctly, and that person better have a very good answer to being called out.
Look,
because
I'm kidding.
but you know what I'm saying. It's like we can sit here and talk about the color of our hair and our genealogy and all this shit, or oh, I was a cook, or I was an intelligence, or I was an infantry, or oh yeah. We all did something. As far as this room is concerned, as I'm looking at it now, and but if you're gonna sit here and give somebody shit, we all have jokes. But if you're gonna sit here and say that you didn't do what you claim to have done, I really hope that you're coming correct when you say that, because this community is the floor is yours.
No, I don't want the floor. I want the floor to be working, and all you're doing is rambling. Nobody knows what the fuck you're talking about. You repeat the same stuff 5 times. These guys actually had a pretty good conversation going. It's all right. We can bring it back. So, GS, I do have a question here for you. When you said that you're working on, right, I'm just saying about what you have said, that you're working on control of your emotions, then I asked you how, and you said, well, I don't know how. Do you see the conflict there? I'm on tonight, hips don't lie, and I'm starting to feel No, GS, we're going to get to the fucking bottom of this. Attention. Don't you see, baby? It's perfection. This was an intervention you got lured into. Old Sarge Finkel hit me up behind the scenes. He said, look, can you come on? We can bait GS into coming on. We'll get the super chats up for Based Oracle on his first fucking super chat day. I've lost interest. Chris, I'll see you tomorrow. No. Get back here, you mother...
GS. So how does one control... How do they work on controlling their emotions?
Uh-oh. Old Sarge is... He's muted.
He's waiting for you to
I forgot
answer.
that's what we're talking about. How do you control your emotions?
Right. How can one become better?
I'm on tonight. My hips don't lie, and I'm starting to feel it's right. I'm Shakira. I don't know what you're talking about, dude. I just want to be happy. My hips don't lie. Come on, let's go. Let's move on.
Your hips don't lie?
Yeah, I'm Shakira.
Who's singing that?
That's me, Shakira. Don't you have any of my albums?
Oh.
So, is it?
My opinion.
Finkel, can I ask you a question? Really, I gotta ask you, Finkel. Please let me ask you. I got this thing. It says ducks. Oh wait, I got echo. Hold on.
Can you bring your
sorry,
volume up a little bit?
That's my fault. I'm sorry. That's my fault. I got it covered. Finkel, I see a thing that says just Muckster, last chance, Bruno. I don't know when the first chance was. I don't know why he's bothered.
He's breaking balls, eh? Gobble the ghoul, eh? Why are you spurging? All right. So anyway.
Back to reality.
What's the situation?
You know what it is.
What's the situation?
I can't control the laughter. That's a revelation of emotion. So,
well, laughter is a good problem to have, I think. I'd rather have laughter than tears.
Basically, it's imperfect, but the best way I can think of controlling emotions is admitting you have a problem. Believing that there could be a higher power, a God, a Jesus, a Buddha, that can help you restore your sanity. Make a decision to turn our will and our lives over to care of that, whether we understand it or not, and then make an inventory of ourselves, and then share that inventory with another human being, entirely honest, being ready to have these defects removed, and humbly asking that higher power, whatever you think of he, she, it, or they, to help remove our shortcomings. Make a list of persons we harmed, make direct amends to those people whenever possible, unless we're going to injure them or others in the process. And then we continue to take our personal inventory, and then we seek through meditation or prayer or touching grass, whatever you want to call it, and seek for a knowledge of their will to be able to carry out, and then to continuously carry that message to other people with similar afflictions. And it's imperfect, and I stole that from Alcoholics Anonymous.
Hey, that super chat, is that GS's? No, I'm not rebroadcasting. Oh, no, that's me. Oh,
you're not saying that name here. If you say that name, I will kick you out.
Which name?
The name that just gave you that $10. Oh my God, how stupid can people be? Didn't I just say if he said the name, I'd kick him out?
He'll be back. He's making all. No, he's not making any money for you guys. Wait, he's not making money for you.
So look, that was totally an accident.
Wait! I gotta say something. Wait, please. This is important. Chris, if you're gonna be on subject, fine, but don't make this a you and GS repeat thing.
No, I'm gonna make just one question, and I'll even drop out so y'all can continue because you're making good leadway.
Okay, cool.
But I do have a very specific question. Todd, you just made an under the breath comment saying you'll see me tomorrow. I want you to say in front of everybody, like a man, chest square. What did you mean?
I typed it in the chat. Can you not read? Not here.
No, I'm illiterate.
I'll read it for you. I am reporting on the ethics meeting tomorrow. I heard you will be there reporting as well. Is that the true or was that fake news?
What's your purpose?
To report on the ethics. What do you mean? What is your purpose to be?
I want to know. Are you supporting JJ?
I'm there to report on it. Aren't reporters supposed to be unbiased?
I mean, are you a reporter all of a sudden?
Are you an activist all of a sudden?
I've always been an activist.
Okay, we're moving on because this isn't going to be about.
Oh, you're going to move and run away like you always do, and every time I'm the one. Every time I'm the one that confronts you, you seem to run off, dude.
You asked a question and it was answered.
It ain't answered though. You fucking avoided like you always do.
That's the answer you're going to get there, champ.
Is this the same shit you do to your wife?
I don't know. You go to bed disappointed, dude. Is that the same thing you do to yours?